Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Data Security Challenge webinar being hosted by the CTO Forum in partnership with WebSense. I'm Priyanka, the moderator for this conference. For the duration of the presentation, all participants' lines will be in the listen-only mode. I will be standing by for the question and answer session. I would now like to hand over to Mr. Sujay Nair. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Priyanka, can you pass on the host control to me so I can change the presentation also?
I have not joined the web session right now.
I have.
Just a moment, sir.
Sure.
Hello, Mr. Sujay Nair.
Yes.
So you have the host. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the webinar on Data Security Challenge. Keeping your information. It's a pleasure to be here, and I can see quite a few very good friends who have logged in. Let me straight away go into what we're trying to do here. Over the next 1 hour or so, you will hear various perspectives on data security and drivers of adoption of data security solutions across data loss prevention, challenges, best practices, strategies, and some case files. What we have seen over the last many years that organizations have understood and realized the criticality of information assets for delivering insights and better decision making in their environment and their information, and thus driving enterprise performance. In today's very high-tech and very interconnected world, what we see is that every corporation needs a well-thought-of security plan. Threats exist from both within the walls of the enterprise as well as externals. And now externals can be both hackers, competitors, it could be foreign governments, etc. And what we need to really understand here is the cost of security breach. There is a technical analysis which estimates that the cost of sensitive data breach will increase 20% in 2009. An average enterprise, according to Gartner, spends about 5+% of their IT budget on security. And if data recovery is added to this particular spending, it comes to almost 12% of the total IT spend spent on security. And this is a very authentic information from Gartner. But what we see here is that there is no correlation between enterprises that spend the most on security and the enterprises that are most secure. What we can conclude thus is that approach to security needs to be more from a reactive approach, from a reactive approach to a more mix of strategic planning and rapid tactical execution. So more on the policy and risk perspective. I quickly wanted to run through this particular slide, which is a report from Verizon Communications, a 4-year-long research on security, which says electronic security breaches have happened last year in the last 4 years put together. Very, aptly so, financial sector has suffered the biggest rise in attacks from hackers looking for the big chunks of customer data. Financial services sector alone accounted for 93% of all compromised records. retail sector is not very far behind. They are the most frequently attacked sector. And some of the other findings that we see in the report, okay, says that online data was compromised in 94% of the breaches. Payment card data was most common type of information breach, accounting to 81% of cases. So it is really after the financial, part that hackers and most crackers are after. Most of the breaches went undiscovered for a longer period of time. In 49% of the evidence, the impacted organization took months to figure out that there had been a compromise. So many times you will see in the coming few slides that the company has been compromised, the data has been taken away from the organization, and it takes months to realize that happened. Over 20% of breaches happen internally. So threats are not just external. We have seen increasing number of threats, from internal of the organization. Disgruntled employees, not really aware of the security policies, such as that. And for internal lapses, there were as many administrators culpable for breaches as end users. I thought I'll stop with a set of, information that I got very recently. And this is just a drop in the ocean. On 24th of July 2009, hackers broke into the web server network solutions and over 600,000 debit card and credit card information and accounts has been stolen. On 17th of June, a computer that was stolen from a car in Charleston, which belonged to a company which is a provider to University of North Dakota, had financial information of 84,000 donors. You will see over 1 million American Express, Royal Bank of Scotland and NatWest customers' details have been sold on eBay till date. And this is just a small figure. An Aberdeen Research and a Ponemon Institute study states that business travelers just in the US lose over 12,000 laptops per week. So it is not the number of threats and number of ways and means of losing data has been increasing over the last 5-6 years. Now, just to ensure that we have a very nice panel to take this session forward, with me are eminent leaders in the field of information security. We have Vishal Salvi with us, who is the Chief Information Security Officer and Senior Vice President at HDFC Bank, who will present on challenges and strategies of data protection initiatives. We also have Mr. S. Maheshwaran, who is National Manager at DLP, SARC and WebSense, who will take you through data loss prevention solution strategies and inherent benefits and some deployment examples. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I'll pass on the cue back to Priyanka.